Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. It is November 2nd. It is Tuesday, and we are going to play 3 rounds of Old School Magic. Earthworm Jin, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining the stream tonight, and I guess you're going to be playing too, so that's going to be pretty cool. So glad that you are here. So first things first, of course, we need to go with our color chooser, and we need to spin that wheel. So let's spin the wheel and see what color frame we're going to have around me today. And then we will go on to some more important business as well. Okay, so it is gray. So we will turn off the green frame. We will turn on the gray frame. And then we will move on to today's deck. So, In the Air tonight, named after the awesome Phil Collins song. Here is what we've got going on today. So, we're going to be playing, we got a bunch of red and white flying creatures, and then we've got you know, some utility spells and 20 lands. That's pretty much what it boils down to. So I really wanted to play a deck that had both Thunder Spirit and Lightning Bolt in it, so this is what we've got for today. Let me make a quick adjustment so that we can see everything. There we go. Okay, so we've got Dragon Whelps, we've got Mesa Pegasus, we've got Granite Gargoyle, and we got Shivan Dragon, Sarah Angel, and Thunder Spirit. A couple of disenchants, a 1 Spirit Link, 2 Fireballs, 1 Moat, 4 Lightning Bolts, the 2 appropriate color Moxen, a Soul Ring, Lotus, 1 Jerem Tome, a Chaos Orb, Balance, and a Wheel of Fortune, 2 Swords of Plowshares, 5 plains, 4 mountains, 2 cities of brass, 4 plateaus, a Hammerheim, a Caracas, a strip mine, a Mazavith, and a Mishra's Factory. And then see what we are working with out of our sideboard today. We've got Armageddon and Blood Moon, a couple more disenchants, some Red Elemental Blast, a couple of Forks, Earthquakes, another copy of Moat, another copy of Spirit Link, and a really sweet looking Divine Offering. So the Earthquakes are good because all my stuff has flying, and then the second Moat because of the fact that, you know, people might be able to deal with the first Moat, or I might want to draw Moats more often. So that is what we've got going on, and I am looking forward to playing with my creatures that fly in the air and deal a bunch of damage, hopefully. So we will have to see. So I will be playing against Angelo in the first round. So as soon as he is ready, he will join me over here in the stream, and then we will get going with some old school Magic. So appreciate everybody who is here tonight. I hope you all are having a great day and a great night. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a good Halloween. And we'll get to the old school action as soon as we can. For all of your Magic card singles needs, please check out Card Garden. You can go to their link tree. That's linktr.ee/cardgarden. It gives you a link to place an order. You can go over to the Twitter account for Card Garden, which gives sometimes exclusive sales from time to time. TCG Player Store, of course, over at tcgplayer.com. Card Garden has over 25,000 positive and completed sales, and then you can join the Brainstorm Brewery podcast, talk about the Brainstorm Brewery in their Patreon, or you can take a look at the Doug's DJ's Gonti deck list. So if you do go ahead and go to that place an order tab, what's going to happen is you're going to have a Google form just like this, where you put in your name, your email address, and your street address, of course, and then you fill out a form with all of the cards that you need, and then DJ will get in touch with you. That is Card Garden. Again, linktree of linktr.ee/cardgarden. And if you are watching me live here on the Twitch, the link is in the chat right now. You're watching a if you are watching a VOD over on YouTube, then the link is in the description below. So we are just waiting for Angelo to hop on in, and we do have a couple of new players who are playing. So Angelo is probably just waiting on trying to figure things out with them and get them going so that they can join the festivities. It's always nice that we get some new players, new faces, of course, and we will, of course, get going as soon as we can. So, hope everybody is having a good time today. So it is November. It means that the weather's getting colder, which is unfortunate. We've had the heat on in our home for a couple of weeks now. We are in Syracuse, New York. It did get a little bit cold a couple of weeks back, and we've had the heat on since, and we're supposed to get some frost, and there is a possibility of snow in our area tonight. How much of a bummer is that? Snow in the first week of November, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Yep. Okay, so I am not playing against Angelo. All right, there was a correction in the pairings, so I will be playing against Chris. So we will get that taken care of on the stream, and we will here we go. We will not play Angelo, we will play Chris, and I have the link sent over there. Let's just go back to me for right now, and we will see what we got. So here we go. There we are. How's it going?
Rich, sorry about that. There was a confusion on the postings.
It's all good. Okay.
Good to see you. How's your back doing, man?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. Like I said before, you know, I have times where it's bad for like a day or a weekend or a week, and other times where it's months. Thankfully, it hasn't been months. It was just a short period of time. So.
Well, that's good. And I had a bunch of surgery for mine, but
Ooh.
once I started weightlifting, that's when it started fixing itself. If you ever get a chance.
Yeah, I do not want to have surgery.
I know it. Don't. All I can say is don't. I've had multiple different surgeries. And
yeah. My father had back surgery a long time ago, and he was never the same after that. So.
Yeah.
And I've heard that from a lot of different people. I also have a heart condition, so that means that I can't do any strenuous activity. So when it comes to working out and things like that, I'm very, very limited as to what I can do. So it means that my workout routine would basically just consist of walking, and that's about it. So.
I just had open heart surgery actually, so yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, man.
Not good. Alrighty, so you bringing something spicy again tonight?
Yeah, it's my Halloween deck, so I missed last week, so
okay.
I made a Halloween deck.
I didn't play anything special for Halloween. I played Mono Green last week, which was fun. I don't play Forest all that often, so I definitely wanted to make sure that I did.
Good.
Bring back the forests, so that was definitely a good time.
Yeah, so I have 2 proxies in here. I apologize to your viewers. I didn't have a chance to go get my 25-cent cards.
I'm not that concerned about it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous that I had to proxy 2 very cheap cards, but I was like, they need to be in the deck. So.
I threw a link to my Discord in the chat so that you guys, if you join my Discord, you can see my deck lists early, and then you can also, contribute to things that happen in on the stream from time to time. I do need to make a change. There we go. Okay, and all right. So from now on, it's not going to keep on wiping out the chat on the screen. So you can put 3 on top of 2 on top of 1.
Okay. 3, 1, 2.
3, 1, 2. And then you want to choose even or odd?
Odd's fine. Let's see if I can set up a better lighting situation.
It is a 2.
How...
It is even.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I will play first. So good luck, my friend.
You too. I'll fix the light if I can.
I'll keep this one.
I should probably try mine. 3, 2, 2. I'll keep that as well.
Okay. Planes go.
Why not? Quick. Fix the light after this. Draw. Jet. Island. Go.
Draw. Plateau. Mesa Pegasus.
That's nice. Cool.
And you can go.
Swamp. Go.
Untap. Draw. Play a planes. Attack for 1.
Alright, take it.
And then I will cast a Granite Gargoyle.
Yep.
And you can go.
Definitely should have shuffled better. Swamp. Go.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Mountain. Attack for 3.
Take my 3.
Put you at 16.
Yep.
And I will say go. 4 cards.
Alright, well, here's my proxy. Evil Eye of Orbs by Gorm.
Evil Eye of Orms by Gore. 3/6. Right?
Correct. Yep, you are correct.
Okay. And can only be blocked by walls.
That is correct.
That's fine. Okay. All set?
Yep.
Okay. Untap. Draw. City of Brass. Attack for 3.
Yep. Gonna go all the way
And
with
then
you.
I'm going to take a point for Sarah Angel.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm at 19. I've got 19 to 13. And you can go.
well swing. Take your 3.
I'm at 16.
Go ahead.
Alright, untap. And I will draw. 4, 5, 6, and 7 in the air.
Yeah.
And then I will play a Thunder Spirit.
Nice.
And I will say go.
It's pretty harsh. I will play another land.
Okay.
And swing the 3.
And I go down to 13.
Pass turn.
Alrighty, untap. Draw. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9.
I'll boomerang the Sarah.
Okay. 2, 4, 5.
And I'll be at 1.
And I'll recast the Sarah, and I'll take a point.
I'll power sinker.
Okay. And you can go. Alright, so I'm at 12 and you're at 1.
You know, this is not looking great. It's not going to do it for me, but here's a Sengir.
That's a Sengir.
That's a game.
Okay, yep. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I got
there's no way.
at least one punch in
Flyers. Yep. Game. Quick one.
Yeah, that Sengir wasn't going to be attacking, but it was going to be a heck of a blocker.
It was, but I just had 1 left, so that wasn't doing me any good.
Yeah.
A couple turns earlier, that would have been nice.
Still not certain exactly what you're doing over there.
Yeah, it's you didn't get to see much except land.
Yeah, so you got Boomerang, you got some counter magic in there, you got Evil Eye, and you got Sengir.
Yeah, it's
So
yeah, you didn't see the.
I'm sure there's other fun
super
stuff.
spicy fun. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, just was
Let's
not looking at a.
see what we can
draw.
do. We'll boarded some cards and see what we can do about
Yeah, it's
making sure we have a good game. I mean, obviously, there's nothing we can do about the your land situation.
No, I should have shuffled better. I just put the together today, so I should have piled shuffled before we ended up with a lot of land. Yep. But I think you'll like the fun once it comes. It's a really funny card for Halloween, so
Okay.
yeah, it was my Halloween deck, so.
All right. Let's see about those cards. And we'll shuffle up and we'll have to see. So
I'll go first this time.
yeah, so I'm picking up. I mean, obviously, I'm not thinking All Hallows Eve because A, that's done way too much, and B, it doesn't look like with the cards that you played that you'd be playing any kind of reanimation. So with black, I wanna say Season of the Witch. I really hope that it's Season of the Witch. And knowing you, it is possible that it's Season of the Witch, but we'll definitely have to see because that would be so awesome if it was. So
it's a great guess.
Season of Witch is a fun card, so we'll
Also
have to
has
see.
incredible, strange rules interactions with Evil Eye or Gorm.
Yeah. Alright, so let's reset those life totals.
Okay. Well, let's hope the deck cooperates because it should be a fun day.
Right. And then just in case people are not familiar with I'm going to put
Yeah.
Season the Witch up on the screen.
Yeah.
So it's an enchantment for triple black. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Season the Witch unless you pay 2 life. At the beginning of the end step, destroy all untapped creatures that didn't attack this turn, except for creatures that couldn't attack. So because of the fact that his Evil Eye of Ormsby-Gore makes his creatures not able to attack, that would mean that he's not going to have to sacrifice his creatures, and he can have blockers. So if it is Season of the Witch, just saying.
Yep.
2 on top of 1, both on top of 3.
2 on top of 1. Do the same. It's fine.
2 on top of 1, both on top of 3. Alrighty.
I will keep this hand.
I am going to mulligan.
Okay.
The no land hands are the ones that are always easiest to mulligan.
Yeah. I had a 6 land hand last time, and I was just hoping to draw into something good. It's tough to mulligan a high land.
Yeah,
hand,
yeah,
right?
it definitely is. Especially going against an unknown deck.
Yep.
You had the ability to cast stuff out of your deck, so I don't think that it was the wrong choice. You didn't realize that my hand was going to be so aggressive, and that I was going to continue to play, creature every turn, starting on turn 2. So.
Yeah, with the tempo that you have, it would have been a good mulligan, but
Yeah.
you never know. You could have been playing land destruction, and I would have been very happy for that hand.
True.
3, 2, 1's fine.
3, 2, 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I will keep this.
Great. I will play an island. I will pass.
Alrighty.
Priority during your upkeep. I will cast Ancestral Recall.
Oh, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yep.
And I'm going to draw for my turn.
I doubt you're playing Forest Spike, but that'd feel bad.
And then I will play a plateau and say go.
Sure. Yep. Let's draw. I'll play an island. And I will discard a Vesuvian Doppelganger.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I will
Spicy.
draw.
Spicy
Yeah, that is
play.
definitely a spicy card. And I will play a mountain and I will say go. So no turn to a creature this time.
Yep. I will draw. I'll play a Strip Mine.
Okay.
I'll strip the plateau.
Okay.
Preventive measure. Go ahead.
Draw. Plains. Go ahead.
Draw. Soul Ring. Go ahead.
Draw. Plains.
Yep.
6 cards. Go ahead.
Draw. Nevin Rouse Disc. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw. Sea Brass.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Draw. Underground Sea. Gloom.
Gloom.
Go
Sure.
right ahead. It's
All
on
set?
you.
All set?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Draw. Granite Gargoyle.
We'll mana drain it.
I will take a point to Red Blaster Mana Drain. I'm at 19.
Seems good.
Go ahead.
Demonic Tutor?
Sure.
This feels real bad, but I think I'd go for an Underground Sea.
Oh, you
play
didn't
it.
have to reveal it, but
Oh, I'm playing it,
Yeah.
so... feels bad to fetch for a land.
I hear you.
Expensive land drop.
Yep.
Alright, I'll pass turn then.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I'll terror him.
Okay. And 6 cards. Go ahead.
Lotus.
That's a good one.
It is a pretty good card. I like a Lotus. Royal Assassin. More spicy.
Yep.
Go right ahead.
End step. Bolt the Assassin.
That feels bad.
Untap.
Yep.
Draw. Granite Gargoyle.
Another one. Yep.
Go ahead. 5 cards.
Land. Clone the Granite Gargoyle.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
End step. I'm going to take a point.
Sure.
I'm going to bolt your Granite Gargoyle.
I'll power sync it.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Play lands. Cards in your hands?
1.
Go ahead.
Tap. Draw. Singular Vampire.
Sure.
I'll pass turn.
Okay. And you have 1 card in hand?
Correct.
And you have 2 islands untapped?
I do.
Sorry, they're off screen, so.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Draw that.
I will draw. I'm going to cast a Soul Ring.
Yep. Hey, you can cast white stuff now.
Yeah. speaking of.
Spirit?
Yeah.
Yep.
Spirit Link on your Singer Vampire.
Yeah, that's a very good play.
3 cards, and you can go.
Okay. Draw. Rearrange that. Time Twister.
Cards in hand.
1.
Red Blast.
Sure. Swing 2.
I'll block.
I'll sack for red mana to pump.
And I'll take a point to pump.
Okay.
I'm at 17. They bounce off each other.
Yep. Your turn.
All set?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack.
I'll take 2.
Put you at 18.
Correct. Yes, I'm at 18. You're correct.
Right? That's the first time you've taken damage, correct?
Yeah. Yep. I thought you swung before, but yeah, you're correct.
Go ahead. 3 cards.
Swing 2.
I'll take it. 15.
Pass turn.
End step. Bolt to you.
Sorry. All right. 15.
All right. 15s each. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Take 2.
Puts you at 13. Go ahead. 3 cards.
One, 2, 2. Recall, discarding 2 cards.
So, yep. That's fine.
Ancestral recall.
Sure.
Time Twister.
Okay. And those are your only 2 cards in hand until you cast the Ancestral?
Correct. And then I cast the Ancestral.
Alright. And you exiled the recall, correct?
Correct. It's sorry, it's off screen.
No, that's
It's over
fine.
there.
Alright, so 4 cards, correct?
Correct. I have 4 cards in hand.
Okay.
Land for the turn.
Sure.
Pass turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. Spirit link on your copy of the gargoyle.
Okay.
And I'll attack with my gargoyle.
I'll detonate the disc.
Okay. Cards in hand?
3.
3. Okay. Lotus. Sarah
Nice.
Angel.
It's nice.
Go ahead, 1 card.
Swamp. Time Twister.
Okay. Just make sure you don't shuffle your twister in.
Yep, I got it.
So you just do whatever, you're fine, man.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 7. Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Terror. The Sierra.
Okay.
Soul Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Black.
Yep.
Evil Eye.
Sure. And you have how many cards
Go
now?
ahead. 3.
3. Alright. Untap. You have 1 mana untapped, correct?
I do, correct.
Plains. Lotus. Uh, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Shivan.
Big boy.
Yippers. And you can go 5 cards.
Draw. We're gonna tear the Shivan.
Okay,
We're gonna swing for 3.
I'll take it. I'm at 12.
We're
GFP,
gonna
thanks for
play-
joining. Yeah, Terror, such a good card. Terror doesn't see enough play in old school Magic. And that is a factory. Sure.
And I will pass turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. I will play a factory of my own. And then I will cast a Thunder Spirit. And you have how many cards?
2.
2. Okay. I've got 4, and you can go.
We'll attack for 3.
I will cast 2 lightning bolts on your evil eye.
I'll boomerang him,
Okay,
and then I'll recast him.
sure. Okay,
Go ahead.
untap. Draw. Oh. Plateau. Fireball
Big
for
boy.
6 on the evil eye.
Yep.
And you can go. 1 card.
Did you just draw the fireball?
No, I had it.
I was gonna say, because that should have been game. If you had double bolted me, swung with that, and then fireballed me for 6.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about the evil idea, bolting me each turn.
Yeah. No, I mean, it happens. You get kind of tunnel vision when you're...
Icy Manipulator, sure.
Yep. It's an icy dude. Pass turn.
You have 1 card?
I do.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Jalem Tome.
Nice. That's a good pickup.
I'm going to declare my intent to attack.
Sure. I'll tap the spirit.
Okay. And then I will pass the turn with 1 card in hand.
Draw a card. 2 cards in hand. I'll pass turn.
End step. Activate the tome. I will draw. I'll discard a Mox.
Yep.
I will untap.
Okay.
And I will draw. I will activate the tome.
Alright.
I will draw. I will discard a Plains. I will declare my intent to attack.
Okay. I will tap down the Thunder Spirit.
Okay. And then I will cast a Mesa Pegasus.
Alright.
And I will say go. 1 card in hand.
Draw. We'll cast a Vesuvian Doppelganger.
Suvan Doppelganger. Resolves.
Alright. It will become a Thunder Spirit.
Sounds good.
I will activate Mishra's Factory.
Okay.
I will tap your Mishra's Factory.
Okay.
I will swing for 2.
You got me. I'm at 10.
Alright, I'll pass turn.
Untap. I will draw. I will move to combat.
No actions.
I'm going to attack with both of these as a band.
Okay. I will take 3.
Okay. So 10s apiece. And then I will activate my Jalem Tome.
Sure.
Draw. And I will discard.
Yep.
And I will say go. 2 cards.
Alright. I will draw. I'll play land.
Yep.
I'll play Demonic Tutor.
Sure. I'm going to fork the Demonic Tutor.
I will counter that fork. How much land do you have? 4?
I have 4.
You have 4 mana. Okay.
Okay. So I will take a point. I'm at 9. Alright, Tutor away.
Good catch on that brass. I missed that. Do you care?
No, you're fine.
Hard to pick these things up. There we go. Alright, you're fully tapped out. I'm
Correct.
going to activate the factory.
Mhm.
Swing for 4.
I'll take it. I'm at 5.
I will then cast Time Walk.
Sure.
Alright, let's get 1 damage on the... somehow, out of the top deck.
I don't think you have to.
What are you at?
I'm at 5.
Are you at 4?
I'm
Oh,
at
you're
5.
5. I'm showing 4 damage. Oh no, I have Icy Manipulator.
There
next to
you
City Browse.
go.
Yep. There's a Gloom just to add some more, but I'll swing my 4.
Yeah.
And then I'll Icy your City Brass on upkeep.
We will see if there's anything I can do. Hang on 1 second. Okay,
Yep.
so you're targeting my City of Brass on my upkeep. I'm going to activate my Jalem Tone in response to draw and discard.
Yep. You're at 1.
Nope, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if there's
could have been a
anything
Swords
you
of
could have drawn.
Plowshares. So Swords of Plowshares. would've-
Swords your own. Yeah.
Swords my own. We would have been good. So.
Good game though. That was really
Yeah, that
kind
was a
of
good one. So that was definitely a good one. So.
Still didn't see a Seasons of the Witch, which I'm really I had it the first game, but
Yeah.
I only had land and a Seasons of the Witch in hand, so
Nice.
like didn't make much difference to me playing it. Yeah, I picked up multiple copies of it this week just so I could play it. It's pretty cool.
It's a fun card. I own one of them. I don't know if I'll ever put it in a deck. My
Yeah. Unless you're building a theme deck, it's more of a collector's piece.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was something that my brother-in-law gave me. You know, because I didn't have it. So.
Yeah. No, it's fun. The second clause where it's, you know, if the creature couldn't attack, then it, you know, doesn't get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
It makes Siren's Call way better.
Yeah.
Or even Nettling Imp. Like Nettling is still better. Because you can't play Holy Day or any of those tricks. But I thought the Evil Eye of Orm's by Gorm was a pretty good interaction. There might be something you could do with it in Commander or one of the more modern formats.
Maybe. I would assume that there's something going on.
Yeah.
Let's
I guess I should probably recheck
swap
this.
this out. There we go. So I'm not sure. MTG bot just banned somebody, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Could have been good though.
On your stream?
Yeah.
Is it like?
Yeah. It just said that there was a first time viewer. It says first time chat from viewer. I didn't get to see what it was, and it deleted it, and it doesn't even show up on the record. So.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well. Yeah. I'll trust your judgment there.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
whatever it was.
So, it's what it is. It might have been a link, or something. I have it set up. There are a lot of bot spam that if they'll tell you to, buy some followers or buy viewers or whatever.
Oh, really?
So the way that Twitch works, that your viewer count doesn't matter. I mean, sorry, your follower count does not matter after you've reached like 50 or something like that. So, I am well past that.
Yeah.
And it only counts for an achievement to unlock emotes in stream. That's all. So after that, your follower count doesn't mean anything. So it's the number of viewers that's the most important. Your number of viewers, your number of subscribers. Subscribers are the people who pay money or were gifted a subscription so that somebody paid money for them to watch the stream. And you get additional emotes in the chat, and it's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
But people who have 5,000 5,000 followers, but they only have like 3 or 4 viewers. It's like, well, what the hell's the point? So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's interesting.
Oh, it's still up on your chat?
Yeah.
The stream scribe in Robin Williams' voice. Let's make some magic. Yes, definitely so. Definitely so. Oh, and if you guys are not aware, Robin Williams' daughter Zelda is on Twitter, and she is an excellent follow on Twitter. So I definitely recommend that you follow Zelda Williams over on Twitter. Yes, she was named after Zelda, as in Legend of Zelda. So 213. 213.
What was it? Okay, sorry, I was spacing out. 2,
It's all good.
1, 3. You can do the same. No.
What do you want?
2, 1, 3 is fine. Same thing.
Same. All right. Good luck, my friends. I will play first.
Good luck.
Well, that's
I'll
unfortunate.
throw it back. Yeah, I was
I
going to say
will.
the same. I got
I'm throwing
another.
this one back. So I did have Lotus, Soul Ring, and my 2 appropriate color Moxa in my hands.
Wow.
Nothing to cast. No lands.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I had 6 lands and a power sink. I was like, ooh, against the tempo deck, that's a bad keep.
Yeah. I was. It was like I had a lot of stuff. I just didn't have anything to do with said stuff. It's like it's in my deck isn't something that wants to sit around. I want to put pressure on. So.
Yeah, you're definitely aggressive.
Yeah, that last game was kind of weird. But,
yeah, weirdly stalled. I think the disc stalled it out.
Yeah.
That you had to play. Weirdly
well, I mean,
defensive.
no, I mean, I didn't have anything to play for the longest time. I was in top deck mode until you blew that disc. I had the Lotus in my hand. The turn you blew the disc. I had actually been holding the Lotus because I didn't want it getting caught with the disc. I'd been holding the Lotus and the Sarah Angel. I grabbed the other. It was the other Spirit Link. So.
Yeah, the terrors were pretty key there.
Yeah, they were definitely. Yep. You just 1, 2, 3 is fine.
Sure. 3, 2, 1 is fine.
3, 2,
Just
1.
go the opposite direction.
Alrighty. I'm going to ship this one back too.
Oof.
It's
I'll keep
unfortunate.
this one.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Maybe I should have kept the 2 box and Soul Ring Lotus hands and then see what I can draw. But again, it just seems like a losing proposition for me. It just seems like it would give you too many opportunities to get ahead in the game. And then all they need for you to do is throw a disc down, and now all of a sudden I've got no permanents. So.
Yeah. Agreed, it is a risky. Alright, I got my 3. 6.
How do you want the cut?
Oh, I'm sorry. Middle's on top. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do whatever you want. At this point,
I'll keep.
Okay. You're on the play.
Yeah.
1, 2 on the bottom.
Yeah. Okay, and I will factory go.
Draw. Factory, Sapphire, Belwar, go.
Draw. Disenchant your Sapphire. Sapphire. Not your Felwar, your Sapphire. The one that gives you your colors of mana. Go ahead.
Draw. Swamp. Gloom.
Sure.
Go.
Untap. Draw. Land. Ruby. Attack for 2.
Yep. Take the 2.
Go ahead.
Draw. Island. Time walk.
Sure.
Swing for 2.
18.
Next turn. Swamp. Evil Eye of Orm's by Gorm.
Sure.
Pass turn.
Untap. Earthworm Jim, thank you very much. Gifting out the subs. Draw. Go ahead. 3 cards.
Draw. Swing the Evil Eye.
15.
Pass turn.
Draw. Granite Gargoyle.
Power Sink.
Sure. Go ahead. 3 cards.
Draw. Second move.
Yep.
Swing 5.
No, you can't swing with the factory.
Why?
Evil Eye prevents it.
Oh, you're right.
Only creatures, only
You're,
eye creature types
yep.
can attack.
All eye creatures, yep.
So you can hit me for
Are
3.
correct.
I'm at 12.
You can hit.
What's that?
You're yeah.
Tap. Draw.
It's funny. It's the first time I've had an eye live with other creatures.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Draw. City of Brass. Swing the eye.
I'm at 9.
I'll pass turn.
Go ahead.
City of Brass. Swing 3.
I'm at 6. Enterox, hey, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. For those who are not aware, Enterox is a fellow streamer, so you can head on over to the link that is in the channel, and you can follow his stream, and he will be coming back here pretty soon doing some old school Magic on Tuesday nights as well. So, all right, what else do you got? Is that it?
Yeah. Thought you were on your turn.
Cards in hand? One. Fireball for 3 on your evil eye.
Resolves.
Bolt it.
Sure. Mana drain it.
Okay.
I'll take 1.
Go ahead. Playing some of your
Draw a
favorite
card.
cards tonight, huh?
1 mana floating. I'll pump it into the factory.
Sure.
Swing the evil eye.
I'm at 3.
Pass turn. Eat the swords.
That is
Actually,
game.
play the swords.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do through 2 glooms. So.
Yeah, the glooms are rough.
And
That's
I mean,
just...
of course, what are the next 2 cards that I draw after the glooms? I drew 2 more disenchants. So.
Oh man.
Yep. Right after the second gloom was disenchant. It's like, what are you gonna do?
Yep. I think you'll appreciate this is in my sideboard.
I can't even tell what that is.
Oh man, that is a Tower of Coriolis.
I have no clue what that is.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look it up.
Tower of C-O-R...
C-O-I-R, sorry. Coriolis. C-O-I-R-E-A-L-L. Corial. It's my...
Target creature
Evil
can't be
eye.
blocked by walls this turn. So, so evil. So it's the opposite of invisibility juggernaut with the evil eye. That's awesome. That is great. Oh wow! So it costs 2 mana. Oh, but you just tap it to use it. That's fine. I mean, that's not terrible, I guess. So.
It's really just in there for our one friend who may actually be playing walls.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the group, I don't think would ever play a wall, except for me and him.
Well, I mean, I've played a wall deck before. I shared that with you. That was kind of a special thing, though. I have played control decks before that have walls, but yeah, walls definitely do not see very much play.
Yeah, Wall of Ice, Wall of Stone, and Wall of Air are all playable cards.
Round
After
timer
that-
started.
Not Wall of Air, Wall of Swords.
Yeah, Wall of Ice is so good. It's a 3 mana 0/7 in green. So
Yeah, it's super good. With Diamond Valley, it gets even better. You're like, I'll pay 3 mana to have a blocker for days, and then 7 life whenever I feel like it.
yeah, seems all right.
Like, it's pretty good.
All right. Well, thank you
Yeah,
for the games, my friend. I appreciate it, and
Yeah, it was great.
good luck the rest of the day. All right.
You too.
Yeah. Take care.
Have a good day.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. Log out.
Well, we didn't get there, but that was definitely an interesting match. So let's again, we'll take a look at what we are playing today. So this is In the Air Tonight. Everything flies, and okay. So most of my threats are in fact white. Yes. However, you'll see that it is 11 white creatures and 9 red creatures. So the theory is that the glooms shouldn't have hurt as badly as they did. However, I unfortunately did draw all white cards in that third game, including having 2 more disenchants. So I figured that, the odds were not there for me to keep on doing stuff like that. But yeah, definitely cued you, Phil Collins. So, so I've got 20 flying creatures. So that's a good thing. And I've got a main deck moat. So if I could have gotten the moat out, it really shuts down a lot of his win strategy, but that didn't happen. I even boarded in the second moat, but I mean it wouldn't have mattered in game 3 because of the fact that he had 2 copies of Gloom, which I couldn't do anything about. I was starved for mana, which is going to happen with this deck if I do have to play against things like moat, because this deck does not want to draw the lands. I mean it's a fairly aggressive deck, so that I've got my 19 mana producing lands, and I do have my mana rocks. But I just want to keep on putting pressure on my opponent, and if I can't do that, then that's all right. Nalathni Dragons. Oh, come on, fascinating in chat, pulling my leg there. Nalathni Dragon. Nalathni Dragon is not very good. Nalathni Dragon is a 1/1 flyer for 4 with banding and fire breathing, but it's got it's got the pseudo fire breathing like the Dragon Whelp, where you can only pump it 3 times. But so here's our sideboard. For game 2, I boarded in the second Spirit Link, the moat, and 2 red elemental blasts and a fork. And then for game 3, I boarded out the Spirit Link and the fork, and boarded in the moat and another disenchant. So that didn't work out so well for me. But I mean, what are you going to do against the Glooms? And obviously, hindsight's 2020. Perhaps I shouldn't have disenchanted the Mox, but it was a decision. I wanted to keep him off his colors and keep him off that mana development that he had. And disenchanting the Mox meant that he had 1 fewer source of his colors. I didn't worry too much about the Felwar Stone because he can't use my colors of mana, with the exception of when he clones something that has, fire breathing or whatever. So, but obviously it wasn't the best call, but because I would have, I don't even remember. Did I get to 5 mana before that second Gloom came out? I don't even think I got to 5 mana before the second Gloom came out, so I don't think it would have mattered at all. So yeah, I had 2 disenchants and a Sarah Angel in my hand at the end of the game. It's like, I mean, what are you doing to me? It is what it is. Him having that mana drain for that lightning bolt was kind of blah, obviously. But I mean, he's running counter spells, so I mean, when you play against decks that run counter spells, you have to expect that they have them. And like he said, I could have won game number 2 had I just thrown all of my direct damage at his face as opposed to trying to take out his creature. So it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. But it looks like, I mean, we've had quite some time since the round ended, and it looks like all of the matches have been reported. So we'll have to see what we've got for round number 2. MTG Melee just being really silly tonight. It is what it is. But I appreciate everybody who's here. We do have 2 more rounds of Old School Magic. Join me each week for my regularly scheduled stream where I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget to follow if you haven't already done so. Turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. If you have Amazon Prime and you have not already done so, link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and that gives you Twitch Prime Gaming, which allows you to subscribe to 1 channel each month. And if you could throw that subscription my way, that would be totally awesome. So it does look like I have somebody knocking on my door. So Javier is coming in. So let's welcome Javier to the stream. How's it going tonight, my friend?
Hey, Rick. Very good.
Rich, please.
What about you, Rich? Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I'm doing well. Had some good games right there. So that was good. So let's update the stream a little bit.
Okay. Today, I'm not wearing 4 mana drain.
You're not running 4 mana drain. Well, that's
no,
good. That's good.
I double check the deck is compliant.
Mistakes happen, man. It's all good. It's all good. So let's put your name up on there on the stream too, so that people know against whom I am playing. So yeah, what Javier is referencing, last week was his first time playing Paladin Magic, and he was not aware because of the graphic that I put up that shows, you know, restricted strip mine and a restricted tabernacle and Maze of Ith and Mishra's Workshop and Mishra's Factory. It doesn't show a restricted mana drain, but mana drain is restricted in all old school formats. But looking at that graphic, you wouldn't see that it was in fact a card that is on the restricted list. Ralph Javier was playing multiple copies of Mana Drain last week, and I'm assuming they were pretty good for you, not just against me. So yeah.
No, actually, I only play more than 1 copy against you. And...
Oh, well, see,
yeah.
when you played the second one, it was after a Time Twister, so that's why I didn't really notice. And then when you played the third one, I didn't. I was just wondering if maybe there was something that happened that you had somehow gotten it back. And then you said you were playing 4. I thought you were joking, and then it was like, wait a minute, no, that was definitely a second copy after the Time Twister. So.
Well, yeah, I haven't played in many years, and
yeah.
So I missed that through that it got restricted.
Yeah. I mean,
totally
Mana Drain is such a broken card, such a broken counter
Yeah.
spell. Oh, it would be so great if you could use 4 of them.
Well, but that explains many things. That explains why people is not playing with 4, and also why it didn't go up in value like other cards. So.
You can put 2 on top of 1 and both on top of 3.
Okay, you can do the same.
I'll do the same. Okay, 2 on top of 1, both on top of 3. And then you want to choose even or odd?
Odd, please.
Odd. Okay. It is a 6, so it is even.
Okay.
So I will play first. Good luck, my friend.
Okay, thank you.
All right, they're going off in chat talking about Nalathni dragons, so that it's unrestricted, so they don't know why people aren't playing 4. I'll keep this hand.
Okay, I keep it too.
Okay. Mishra's Factory, and I will say go.
Okay.
Play 4 balance. So it's funny that you mentioned that Twitch chat is talking about playing 4 balance. There was actually an old school tournament that was supposed to be scheduled a couple hours from here in Albany, New York. And they forgot to put balance on the restricted list. I did not end up going because of the fact that it was the weekend before LobsterCon, and they were only using all land or no land mulligans, and they were using the classic wording for Chaos Orb. And it's like, yeah, that just doesn't seem fun for me. So, but I would definitely would have played 4 balance at that tournament had I gone. All right, so there we go.
Your turn. Your turn.
Right, Tundra. Okay, so draw. I'm going to play a plateau, and I'm going to cast a Mesa Pegasus.
Okay.
5 cards, and you can go.
Yes. Draw a card. So, Volcanic Island. Your turn.
Alright, untap. Yeah, so Twitch chat is talking nonsense about some of the wacky things that happened back in the day. It's like a deck with 4 balance and 4 Shahrazad with white weenie creatures. Yeah, that seems pretty busted.
Wow.
I'm going to attack for 1 in the air.
Attack for 1 in the air. Okay, I take it.
Alrighty, first blood. And you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards.
Draw a card. Okay, very good. There's your factory.
There's your factory.
So 3, 70 with 8. Your turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Mountain. Dragon Whelp.
Okay, nice.
And you can go. And that's why they were talking about Nalathni Dragon, that I should be playing Nalathni Dragon instead of Dragon Whelp, which Dragon Whelp is definitely better. I don't care what they say about the banding. Go ahead.
I take one from the frit.
Yep. Puts you at 8.
Tap. Draw a card.
Thanks, Team Flogger Boss. I appreciate it, man. Imagine forking Shahrazad. That is just evil. You guys stop that.
Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I killed the mana whelp. The dragon whelp.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. And I swords the Pegasus.
Okay. I'll gain 1. I'm at 21.
21.
Yep.
Okay, but I swing for 3. So
Just him or the factory too?
18. No, the factory as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm at 16.
16, correct. Your turn.
All set?
Yes.
Okay. Untap. And you have how many cards?
4.
4. Okay. I will draw. I'm going to play a Maze of Ith.
Okay.
And I will say go with 4 cards.
Okay.
Right.
And tap.
1 on your
I take
upkeep down to 17.
1. Go to 17, correct. I draw a card.
If Entrox makes forking Shahrazad's for his return, I want to see how you're going to do that on your stream there, Entrox. You're just not going to stream that day. Because Shahrazad on stream is a logistical nightmare. Just going to let you know that.
Okay, so let's see. I activate the factory and I swing for 5.
I'm going to activate my factory.
Okay, in response to that, I disenchant your factory.
Okay. I'm going to swords your factory.
Alright. I go to
And
19.
then I will... your factory is exiled. And then I'm going
Alright.
to maze your Serendip.
Okay.
So we untap. It untaps him.
Untap. Yeah, yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All set?
Yep.
And how many cards do you have?
3.
3. Okay, I also have 3. I'm going to untap. I will draw. I now have 4. I will play another plateau. And I will say go with 3 cards in hand.
Alright. Untap. I take 1 from the Serendip.
Brings down to 18.
To 18, correct. Draw a card. Chandra. I swing for 1.
I will get it lost in the maze to untap him.
Lost in the maze. Okay. Your turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. Mountain. Mesa Pegasus.
Okay.
And you can go. I've got 2 cards.
Okay. I go down to 17.
Yep.
I draw a card. I play a Mock Spell. Mock Spell. You have 2 cards in hand?
I have 2 cards in my hand. Yep.
2 cards in hand. Okay. Chain lining the Mesa Pegasus.
Okay.
Okay. And I swing for 3.
Activate the maze to untap him.
Okay.
Untap
Before
him.
the end of my turn, time walk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
Alright.
take another one for
So you
the
have
frit.
16. Alright. Finally going to get in
16.
for a point with the A couple of points with
Draw
that
card.
Serendib.
Oh yeah, actually, all of the damage. Tundra, Savannah Lions.
Yep.
I swing for 3.
All right, 13.
Correct. Your turn.
And you have how many cards?
1.
1 card. Okay, untap. Draw. Go ahead, 3 cards.
Okay. On top, I take 1.
Bring out
15.
15.
Tap everything. Draw 1 card. I swing for 5.
Okay, I will untap the Serendip, and I'll
Okay.
take 2 from the Lions.
Sure.
I'm at 11.
Okay, you go to 11. Your turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. City of Brass. I'm going to take a point down to 10 for a Shivan Dragon,
All right.
and then I will say go.
Okay. On top, I take 1 from
You have
the
14?
Shandy. 14.
Yep.
Draw a card. What can I do? Spell. Soul Ring
Mhm.
for Control Magic.
Control Magic. Okay.
And I swing for 5.
I will untap your Serendip, and I'll take 2 from the Lions down to 8. Fascinating
Okay.
in chat wants to know, is there a particular reason why Bazaar Baghdad is unrestricted in this format considering the other powerful lands that are restricted? Not complaining, just
Yep.
curious. Bazaar
Okay.
Baghdad strategies are not nearly as strong as the strategies that the other cards provide. It is definitely a powerful tool, but it is, especially now that the strip mine is allowed, the Bazaar Baghdad Reanimator strategies are not all that strong. It's just something that is not going to see a lot of play. So. Okay, so I'm at 8. You got anything else?
No.
Okay.
Your turn.
Untap. Draw. And you have how many cards?
1.
1 card. Alright, I'm going to play another land, and I'm going to cast another Shivan.
All right. Nice.
And
nice.
1 card, I will say go.
Okay. Untap. Tap everything. Draw a
Puts you
card.
down to 13 on your upkeep.
Yep. Correct.
The last large Paladin tournament was not won by Reanimator, but the one last year, the Spice Harvest, was won by Reanimator. There was another Paladin tournament that was this week,
So
this year, that had 2
play
Chaos
Lions.
Swords. Yep, another Lion.
and I swing for everything.
Okay, I am going to block your Serendib Efreet,
Okay.
and then I'm going to maze the Shivan Dragon.
You maze the 7 dragon.
Yep.
Okay. So that untaps.
Okay.
You
so
take 2.
No,
you go
no,
to
the-
6.
the Shivan Dragon untaps. The
Okay.
Dib is blocked. It doesn't untap. I do take 2 from the Lions.
Okay.
Okay,
It doesn't
so I'm at
untap.
6. No, because I'm just
So-
I'm blocking the Serendib Efreet. It doesn't untap because
So-
I'm blocking it. Yeah.
So it dies.
Yes, it's definitely dying.
Okay. And the
That
this is
untaps
not-
because of the maze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Correct. Okay. Then it's your turn.
Another Lions. Okay. Untap. How many cards are in your hand?
1.
1. Draw. Disenchant on the Control Magic.
Nice.
Attack for 5.
Attack for 5. Take them.
Okay. Puts you down to 8.
Yep.
And then Fireball, splitting it between your 2 Savannah Lions. So 4 mana, 2 targets, 1 damage each. I have 0 cards left. 2 Shivans and an untapped Mazavith. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
at 6 and you're at 8.
1 card. I untap everything.
Yep.
Draw a card.
Balance?
No. No, it's not a balance. It's not a balance, it's not a fireball. Unfortunately. There's not too many things I can do. It's even I play a flying man, I believe I'm toasted. Anyway. But your turn. Yeah,
Okay.
It's done, no? Basically you pump one of the
Yeah,
sequence.
I pump whichever one you don't block. So.
Okay, this is it.
Yep.
This is it. Okay, it's done. Okay. Did you have the disenchant in hand or?
No,
just
I drew it. No, I had the fireball in my hands for several turns, and I considered fireballing my own. Fireballing the Shivan that you stole.
Yeah. Let me see.
They're still talking about Reanimator in chat. Yeah, Reanimator is definitely a fun deck to play. It is one that rewards people who mulligan aggressively. It is fun to watch too when it goes off. It is definitely draw dependent. However, when it comes to playing that deck, there are a lot of people who don't mulligan aggressively enough. So, that was definitely a hard-fought win. I had to keep in there and try to make sure that I made the right choices. I've got 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we're gonna do with these cards. Ooh. One more cut. That seems like a good one. And let's see what we can do. So how cold is it up there?
It's yesterday it was 75.
Oh wow.
And it was cold for us.
Must be nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's fantastic. The weather here it's nuts comparing to the north. Here is hot or super hot literally.
It's currently 39 degrees Fahrenheit right here. So
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And Entrox is saying that he got snowed today. So you can go 2 on top of 3 and both on top of 1.
Okay, you can do the same.
Okay, 2 on top of 3, both on top of 1. All right. Good luck, my friend.
Good luck. Plato, Mox, Ruby, your turn.
Okay. Planes, go ahead.
Okay, draw a card. Tundra.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm gonna sword it end step.
Alright, 23.
Untap. Draw. Play a planes. And a chaos orb. Go ahead.
Okay, nice. Draw a card. City of Brass.
Flagman. Yep.
Your turn. Yes.
Untap. Draw. Mesa Pegasus.
Okay.
And you can go.
Okay. Before the end of the turn, I sword your
Okay.
Mesa Pegasus. Actually, yeah, the 70 got removed from the game.
Yep. So I'm at 21 and you're at 23. Go ahead.
Alright, okay. Untap. Draw a card. Flying Man for 1.
Okay, back down to 20.
Back down to 20, correct. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I play a plateau. 5. Serangel.
So you take a point, you're at 22.
Correct. Yes.
And then I'm at 19.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yes, you're 19.
And you're done after the Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay. I will activate my Chaos Orb. Or to
Sure.
use my tapped planes as your Sarah Angel.
Okay.
Hit.
Nice.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Pass the turn. 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5,
Untap.
6, 7 cards.
Untap. Draw a card. Swing for 1.
Okay, I'm at 18.
Okay. 18, yes. Your turn.
Okay, draw. Disenchant your mocks.
Disenchant the monks. Okay.
Go ahead, 7 cards.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Tundra. Swing for 1.
17.
Okay, your turn.
Untap. Draw. Cast a Soul Ring.
Okay.
And go ahead, 7 cards.
Okay. Before the end of your turn, I disenchant the Soul Ring.
Sure.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Tundra. Swing for 1. 16.
16.
Your turn.
Cards in your hand?
2.
2. Draw. Mountain. Thunder Spirit.
Okay. Great.
2/2 flying first strike. Go ahead. 6 cards.
Okay. Before the end of the turn, I source the Flying Spirit.
Okay, I'm at 18.
So you go to 18. Correct. Untap. Draw a card. Cards in hand, 6.
6.
No? Okay. 6. I swing for 1. And
17.
before no, before the end of the I'm gonna do you a favor actually.
You're gonna
That's gonna be
yeah,
that's
you're gonna make it so I can start playing spells. I'm okay with that.
well that's a favor.
Yeah.
Okay. So time twister.
You're Oh, that was last game. That. Oh yeah, I stored something, right? Yeah, I did. So.
Yeah, you swore the Serendip.
Yep. Okay.
And in the game before you swore the Mishra.
Yeah.
Well, I had to play something because one by one I'm not going anywhere, and you have already one red, so let's give us a chance.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Very good.
No, you're fine.
Okay, thank you. Pearl, Lotus, and one blue. Flying man.
Another flying.
Your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, your turn.
Untap. Draw. Pearl. Soul Ring.
Okay.
Mesa Pegasus.
Okay.
Mizvith.
Okay.
4 cards. Go ahead.
Very good. Untap. Draw a card. Ruby. Tundra. Okay. Let's see. Here's orb.
Sure.
I flip the orb.
Sure.
I flip the orb on the mace of it actually. Okay, so I'm using a flying man like your mace of it.
Okay.
Let's see how we can do this. All right.
Nice. Good hit.
It's a hit. It's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. And I swing for 2.
I'll block one of them.
To block one of them. They trade, and the other one goes
I'm at
to you.
16.
16.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. How many cards do you have?
2.
2 cards. Balance.
Okay. So that kills my flying man.
Yeah.
How many lands do you have?
I have 3 lands.
So I have to choose 3 lands
Yeah.
to stay, which is going to be okay. Doesn't matter. So 4 lands goes by my side, and you get
I
rid
will
of
discard
2
2
cards.
lands.
Discard 2 lands. All right.
Okay.
Nice balance.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead. 2 cards.
Okay. Very good. Untap. Draw a card. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Mesa Pegasus.
Okay.
And you can go. 2 cards.
Draw a card. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I take 1. I go for 21.
Okay. I will cast a Jalem Tome.
Okay, that's for drawing cards, correct?
Yeah, it's pay 2 mana and tap it to draw 1 and discard 1.
Okay.
And you can go. 2 cards.
Okay, very good. Draw a card. Volcanic Island. Your turn.
End of the turn. I'll activate to draw and discard.
Okay.
Draw. I will discard a plateau.
Okay.
I will untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I take it, go for 20.
And then I'm going to cast a Thunder Spirit.
Okay.
And you can go. 2 cards.
Okay. Aligning the spirit.
Okay.
My turn, no?
Yep.
Untap. Draw a card. Total. And your turn.
End step. I'm going to draw and discard. I'll discard a Swords to Plowshares. Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Okay, go to 19.
I'll play another Thunder Spirit.
Okay.
2 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Go draw a card. Volcanic. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 3.
I take 3. I go to 16.
Okay. And you can go. 3 cards.
Okay. Draw a card. Your turn.
End step. I'm going to draw and discard.
Okay.
I'll discard a Spirit Link.
Okay.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 3.
Okay. In response, I remove the spirit.
Okay. So I will
You
gain
go
2.
up to 18.
Right. So I'm at 18 and you take 1 down to 15.
Correct.
And you can go. 4 cards.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Okay. I disenchant the Tom.
I'm going to respond. So I'm going to use it.
Okay.
Okay.
And your turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I take 1 to go to 14.
Granite Gargoyle.
Nice.
And Strip Mine. Go ahead. 3
Okay.
cards.
Very, very nice. Draw a card. Before your turn, I'm lining the gargoyle.
Okay.
And your turn.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I take 1.
Four cards. Go ahead.
Okay, on top, draw a card. Strip your mountain.
I'm going to respond. I'll lightning bolt you.
Okay, very good. Very good. I take it. I go to 10.
So you're at 10.
And I disenchant your soul ring.
Okay.
Your turn.
One tap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I take it. I go to 9.
Mishra's Factory.
Nice.
Go ahead. 3 cards.
On tap. Draw a card. I stone drain the Mishra Factory.
Wow. Okay.
Your turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Okay, I go to 8.
And you can go 4 cards.
Okay. Untap. Draw. 3 cards. Your turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I go to 7.
All right. I got 5 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, untap it. Draw. I do. What can I do here? 1 blue, 2 blue, 2, 4,
Brain Geyser?
5. Yeah, Brain Gazer me for 5.
Yeah, that's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, I'm not happy about it, but...
Well, you got a lot of card advantage with the Jalum Tome, so it was.
Yeah, it wasn't card advantage because I have to draw and discard, but I
something.
definitely got to do some filtering. But, I mean, here's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, your turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I take it, I go to 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. I have 7. Okay, untap. I have my 4 plateaus here. Okay, I draw my card. Volcanic. So let's 5 here for Serangel.
That's a Sarah Angel.
That's a Serangel, correct. And I'm playing actually a double Serangel.
2 Sarah Angels.
A
Okay.
bit aggressive. Your turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Seven cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap everything. Put it in order. Two Wondrous, Moses, etc. Draw a card. So what I have here. Okay, Soul Ring. So here. To play recall on 3 actually.
Recall X equal to 3. Okay.
Yeah, recall
All
on
right.
3.
So 7 mana. All right.
So the recall is exile.
Discarding that.
I'm discarding these 3.
Sure.
Okay, I'm recovering Chaos Orb and 2 Lightning Bolts.
Chaos Orb and 2 Lightning Bolts. Sure.
Okay, and I play one of the Lightning Bolts on the Pegasus.
Sure.
Okay, and I attack for 8 to you.
Puts me
So
down to
you
10.
go down to 10,
Mm-hmm.
and it's your turn.
All right. Draw. That'll do it.
Okay.
All red cards in my
Okay.
hand. I mean, I had a disenchant too, but
I
a
had
disenchant
like
is a
two
good.
cards. I had, like-
All red cards plus a disenchant is not going to win me that game.
So apparently you were not having red mana first of all, and
I didn't
when
have
you
red
were-
cards, so
Yeah, most
like
most
it
probably.
didn't matter when I didn't have red cards, but after you got rid of my red source, I drew all red cards after that. That's how Magic works sometimes, though.
Totally, but I was lucky you didn't draw anything because it took me a lot of time to find something to push you.
Earthworm Jin in chat says, Lydia says, happy No Bones Day to me. Yes, it is definitely a No Bones Day. I didn't do anything today. I did not leave the house except to bring my son to the babysitter. I actually never got out of my pajamas. So I celebrated No Bones Day the way you're supposed to celebrate No Bones Day, by doing nothing. Alright, so let's reset this, and we'll see what we can do about game number 3.
Okay.
We've got 12 minutes. We're good.
Let's see. I try to be
Plenty of
efficient.
Plenty of time. You can put 3 on top of 1 and both on top of 2.
You can do 3 to 1.
3, 2, 1. So I will play first.
Okay. 1,
Good luck.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good luck to you as well.
I'll keep this one.
I keep it too.
Alright. Plains, Soul Ring. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw a card. So I streamline your white source.
Okay.
Your turn.
Alright. Draw. Hammerheim,
Mm-hmm.
Granite Gargoyle.
What is the Hammerheim?
It taps for a red, or
Okay.
I can tap it to remove Landwalk from a target creature
Okay, good.
till end of turn. Go ahead.
Okay. I draw a card. Plateau. I blinding the gargoyle.
Okay. All set?
Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead. 5 cards.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Maze of it. Your turn.
Draw. I'll play another Gargoyle.
All right.
And I will say go.
Okay. I blind in the gargoyle again.
Sure.
My turn. I untap. Draw. Play a plateau. And before your turn, I Soul Ring. I
Okay.
disenchant the Soul Ring.
Yep.
Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Your turn.
7 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Top. And your turn.
Eight cards. Do you have anything during my end step before I discard?
No.
I will discard a Sarah Angel. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. Draw. And you have 6 cards in hand.
Mhm.
Your turn.
Okay. Draw. I'm going to end my turn. Do you have anything before I discard?
No.
Alright, so I will discard a Thunder Spirit.
Okay.
Go ahead. 7 cards.
Okay. Draw.
Well, 2-land plus Soul Ring wasn't a terrible hand to keep, especially because I had a Granite Gargoyle to cast and then followed up with another Gargoyle. I just had, you got rid of my white source, you got rid of my Soul Ring. I mean, I didn't have double white anyway, so I wouldn't be able to cast any of these cards. But
Ancestral Recall to me.
Hold on. Oh,
sorry.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Red Blast.
I didn't see it. Okay. Sorry.
Red Blast the Ancestral Recall.
Okay. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Land. Go ahead.
Okay.
6 cards.
Untap. Okay. 5 here. Draw. City Brass. So I take 1 from the City of Brass and I play a 7. I go to 19.
Sarah Angel. Yep, sure.
Your turn.
Draw. Go ahead. 7 cards.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I attack with the Serra.
16.
15?
16.
16, correct. Okay. And your turn.
Cast a Lotus.
Lotus. Great.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
5.
5. Sack the Lotus for white.
Okay.
I'm going to float 2 white. I'm going to cast Balance.
Balance.
Yep. With no creatures and 2 lands. I have 6 cards. You have 5, correct?
Yes. I'm Lightning Bolt you.
13.
Okay. 16, 13. Okay. And how many cards in hand do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand.
Okay,
I
so
have 2
I
white
have
mana
4.
floating. Alright,
Okay.
so you need to go down to 2 lands. I need to go down to 4 cards.
Okay. 2 lands. So, wow. It's going to be like a lot, but yeah, that's what it is.
And your Sarah goes away. I'll
So,
get rid of a Shivan Dragon and a Fork.
Okay.
I will use my 2 whites and a red for a Thunder Spirit.
Okay.
And
My
you
turn?
can go. 3 cards.
Okay. I source the spirit, so
Okay.
you go up to 15.
I go up to 15. Yeah.
Okay. I untap, draw a card. More spell. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Plateau. Go ahead. 3 cards.
Okay. 3 cards as well. Draw a card. Your turn.
Draw. Go ahead. 4 cards.
Okay. 4 cards as well. Draw a card. Your turn.
End step, I'm going to disenchant your Pearl.
Roll disenchant. My pearl. You disenchant my pearl.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Strip mine your Tundra.
You strip mine.
Strip mine on your Tundra. Yep.
My Tundra. Strip mine. So there's things to do instead. Okay.
I will pass. 3 cards.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, 5 cards here. Draw a card. And I draw a 2 draw.
Okay.
So your turn.
Draw. Caracas. Go ahead. 3 cards.
Okay, draw a card. 6 cards here. Your turn.
Go ahead. 4 cards.
Okay, draw a card. 7 cards. Your turn.
Draw. Mesa Pegasus.
Mesa Pegasus. Okay.
Go
Mesa
ahead.
Pegasus. Alright. Draw a card. Flying Man. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Fireball, 1 to your flying man, 1 to you.
No. I blue elemental blast the fireball. I take 1.
Takes you down to 18.
So I go down to 18. Correct. Yes.
Okay. 4 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Mistral Factory.
Mm-hmm.
I take 1 from the city, so I go down to 17. 70 retreat. I swing for 1 with the flying man.
I'll take it. 14.
Okay.
All set?
Your turn. Yes.
Untap. Draw. City of Brass. I'll take a point and cast a Sarah Angel. I'm at 13.
You're at 13. Correct. Yeah.
And you can go. 4 cards.
Tap.
Sorry, 3 cards.
I take 1, so
Yep.
I go down to 16.
Mm-hmm.
Tap everything. Draw a card. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Plateau. Cards in your hand?
I have 6 cards in hand.
Swords on your Serendip.
Okay.
So you gain 3.
So I
It's
get
exiled.
3. I go to 19 is exile. Exile it is.
So 19 to 13.
Well, actually, can I correct or not?
What do you mean? Can you correct what?
I could have played something in response to these words, but if not,
I mean,
get
I
it.
mean,
It's fine. I
you put it in exile, you gain your life. I mean, do
no,
do-
irresolved.
you want me? Do you want me to back up?
No,
I mean, we can back
no,
up.
no. Let's play by the rules. It's fine, Rick.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So I'm going to attack with both creatures.
Okay, so I block the Pegasus.
Okay. Go to damage.
Yeah,
Take 4.
for the damage. Correct.
Puts you at 15, correct?
Yes.
And you can go. I've got 2 cards.
All right, very good. Draw a card. So your turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
I saw
Okay.
the Serra.
I'll gain 4.
Okay.
I'm at 17.
4.
So 17 to 15. I'll play a Mox Pearl. 2 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Tap. Draw a card. Your turn.
I'll draw a card and say go. 3 cards.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 cards. I draw a card. City of Brass. Well, I take 1 from the City of Brass, so I go down to 14, and I play Serendipity Freight. Your turn.
Okay. Draw. I'm going to cast Jalem Tome.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate it to draw and discard.
Okay.
I'll discard a planes. Go ahead, 3 cards.
On tap, I take 1. I go down to 13.
Yep.
I draw a card. I swing for 3.
Okay. 14.
Go to 14. Okay. Your turn.
Untap. Draw.
Okay. Espera. I disenchant the Jalem Tome.
So you're taking a point for that? Put you to
Yeah.
12. I will draw and discard in response. You have how many cards in your hand?
I have 6.
Okay. I will.
What do you discard?
I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard a fork.
Okay.
And then that'll go away. And cast a gargoyle.
Okay.
3 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap, I take 1 from the fleet.
Puts you at 11.
11. Draw a card. Cards in hand, you have 3?
I have 3 cards in my hand. Yep.
I have 3 cards in hand. So I take 2 from the City of Brasses. I go down to 9. I control magic your gargoyle,
Okay.
and I swing for 3 with the fritz.
I'll take it. I'm at 11.
Okay, you go to 11. Your turn.
End step. Disenchant on the control magic. I take a point. Down to 10.
Okay. Okay.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I take them. They go to 7.
Okay. Shivan Dragon.
Alright.
And 2 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. I take 1. I go to 6. Untap with the frit. Draw a card. Sapphire. I blue elemental blast the 7 dragon.
Yep.
I swing for 3.
I'm at 7.
Okay. Your turn.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead.
Okay, on top, I take 1 from this.
Push you to 5.
5. I draw a card. Plateau. here. I swing for 3 plus the factory for 5.
I'm gonna block the factory,
Okay, so the
and
factory
then I'll give him
dice.
+1 toughness.
Correct. So the
All right.
factory dice.
I'll take 3 from the dip. I'm
You
at
take
4.
3. So you're 4. Okay. Your turn. Your turn.
End step, lightning bolt you.
Okay. Then involve me. It's putting me at 2, no? Espera. Let me consider.
I've got you at 4, so right?
Okay. No, you got me at 5, no?
I've got, yeah. I'm sorry. I got you at 5. Yep. Sorry.
Yes, you got
I'm
me
at 4,
5.
yeah.
You lightning bolt me. If I take it, basically, I'm gonna dead. So I
Penetrate.
mana drain.
Okay.
There.
All right. So on your pre-combat main phase, you're going to have a colorless mana. All right. So you're done with your turn?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I will untap. I'll draw. Attack you for 2.
Okay, I go to 3. Sorry, 3.
Go ahead.
Okay, on top I go to 2.
Yeah.
Draw a card.
Yeah. You've got a colorless mana to deal with before you attack.
Okay, so what I'm doing basically is fireball you for 3 and then attack. So I'm using the
So you're
colorless
fireballing
mana
me
here
for 3, putting me to
attack.
1, and then you're attacking. Okay. I'm gonna cast the Swords of Plowshares on your dib then.
Swords to Plowshares on my deep.
Your fireball's in your graveyard.
Totally. Okay, then that's remove.
That's exiled. Yep. So you're at 5,
go-
and I'm at 1.
I go to 5. You're at 1. Okay.
All set?
Yep.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I take them.
Okay. Puts you down to 3. Go ahead. 3 cards.
Correct. On top, draw a card. So I fireball you for 2.
Yeah, that's game.
Okay.
Well done, my friend.
Go to counter spell just in case.
Well done.
Well.
Well done. Well, I mean, you couldn't cast. Yeah, you could cast a counterspell because you were at enough for that.
Well,
so.
I was at 3 and I had 1 Siege
Yep,
of Brass
yeah.
and something else open and a Tundra or a Sapphire.
Yeah, you were good. That was really close.
Okay. It was a very intense game. The previous one was intense as well. But
Yeah.
in the last turn, they beat me. So
Yeah. It's I got
Okay.
a little mana screwed against you, so I had to take some damage that I didn't want to take.
Yeah.
You know, and that happened both games. Both of those games that I lost was that I took some extra damage I didn't want to take because of that. You know, and then I had to dump threats into my graveyard because of the fact that I couldn't cast them. Which meant that there were fewer threats for me to draw later on.
No, we are done. We are done.
Yeah. So.
It's 2-1 for me.
Yep.
For Javier.
So,
Okay.
thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. All right.
Thank you, Rich.
Yep.
Thanks for everything.
Yep.
Take
Bye.
care.
Well, that was a grindy game. It definitely was, but we are 0-2. Let's take a look at tonight's deck. This is in the air tonight. You see that all of my creatures have flying, and you know, I wanted to play a deck that had both Lightning Bolt and Thunder Spirit in it, so this is what I put together. And I figured, well, might as well play a bunch of flyers, but my opponents have been able to deal with it, so I'm not doing so hot, chat. I'm not doing so hot, but you know, I mean, maybe I should have some more mana sources in there. You know, that's really what it boils down to. I mean, I played a couple of games where I'm not getting the lands that I need, and because of it, you know, I've suffered, and that's part of Magic, is the variance of the game. That game was pretty long and grindy. I was able to do a lot, and I was on the cusp of winning. Of course, at the very end, I ended up with 3 lands in my hands after being mana light for the previous, you know, 11 turns. But you know, it is what it is. We're having fun. I did not get to really fork anything, so that's unfortunate. I did board in the forks, and I did draw them both. You know, I think that a Spirit Link would have been nice there. I wish I could have drawn a Spirit Link. That would have been cool, especially with the dib on the table. The Spirit Link would have gained me a life every turn, and then it would have basically nullified his attack. So, looks like we have our opponent, and we are getting ready for round number 3. So, we are playing against Brian. So, let us welcome Brian. Hey, Brian, how are you? Hey, can you hear me? Maybe. Brian, can you hear me? I mean, he knocked to get into the room. I'm just not sure where he is. Brian. Oh, Brian. Interesting. Well, our opponent is Brian. He's here. Well, I mean, his camera's here. But we just have to wait for him to show up. So, I hear him.
I'm coming,
I hear
sorry.
something. I hear something.
I'm back.
Okay.
How's it going, Rich?
Here we go. Nice playmat there. That's pretty cool. Bob Ross and Hermit Druid there.
Yeah, you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
Alright, good.
Welcome, my friend. We are streaming live to people on Twitch. And people will watch this video on YouTube as well. Greetings to my my YouTube subscribers, and hello to everybody who is not watching me live, as well as everybody who is here. So I appreciate you all being here, and we are in round number 3, and I need to adjust that record because I am definitely not 1-1. I am 0-2. I have won game 1 in both of my matches, but I have not been able to close out the match. So one of those things.
Alright, yeah, I watch your stream a lot, man. A lot of times I can't make it for a whole night or whatever, and I'll just casually tune in for a game or two. So
Well, I appreciate it.
you're doing
Yeah,
this.
a lot of
Man.
people have told me what they'll do is they'll watch me on YouTube, and then they'll fast forward through all the in-between stuff, or even turn up the speed so that it's like 1.5 times or 1.75
Sure,
times
yeah,
as
yeah,
fast,
yeah.
which is, I mean, I've watched some stuff that way too, so I get it. I definitely appreciate that that you watch. So.
Yeah, yeah. I can't always make the events, but I like to tune in a little bit, and then I'm like, man, I gotta play next week.
Yeah, I like playing. I'm hoping that I can. I'm trying to accumulate some pre-modern legal cards so I can play some pre-modern as well, because
Oh, okay, right on, yeah.
that is looks like a pretty fun format, and I have fond memories of a bunch of the cards that are in pre-modern, so that's a thing. So you can go 2 on top of 1 and both on top of 3.
That sounds like a winner to me. You do the same, whatever.
2 on top of 1 and both on top of 3. And would you like to choose even or odd?
Give me odd.
Odd. Okay, here we go. It is odd. It is a 5.
All right, I'll play.
All right, good luck, my
Good
friend.
luck to you, man. Not spectacular, but I'll keep it.
All right, I will keep as well.
Swamp, go ahead.
Okay. I will play a Hammerheim and a Mox Pearl, and I will say go.
And hey, look at this, I got action. Hoarder.
Yep.
Alright, go ahead.
And Seb, I'm going to lightning bolt him.
You will be missed. Alright, go ahead.
Attack. Draw. I'm going to play a Plateau, and I will cast a Thunder Spirit.
Okay.
And then I will say go. 4 cards.
It's pretty sad, but I'm going to regrow the order. Regrow.
Brian, you're the Ebon Hand. That's your.
Yeah.
Can you go over to Discord and hop out of the voice chat over there, please?
Oh, sure. Didn't know it was.
Yeah, because as soon as somebody jumps into that voice chat, we're going to start hearing them talking.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright, go ahead.
So regrowth on the order. All right, untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
18.
City of Brass. And then I will play another Thunder Spirit. You can go.
Okay.
3 cards.
Play a Singing Tree.
Okay.
And go ahead. So 0-3.
Singing Tree, 0/3. Target attacking creature has base power of 0 until end of turn. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead.
Draw. I will attack you for 4.
14.
And I will play a Granite Gargoyle. And you can go.
What's this dude? He's a 2-3.
He's a 2/2. He's a 2/2 who ate too much Taco Bell because I can pay 1 red to give him 1 toughness.
Okay.
So he breathes fire out his butt.
2-2. Alright. Play the order again.
Yeah, he has flying as well. There's the order. Yep.
How many cards? I got 3 cards.
3 cards.
Alright, go ahead.
End of the turn. I'm tap my City of Brass, bring me down to 19. And I'm going to Swords on your Singing Tree.
Alright.
I will untap. I will draw. I will attack for 6 in the air. And then I will play another Granite Gargoyle.
Jeez.
And you can go. 2 cards.
Alright. Can I stay alive?
Unstable. I'm going to respond by taking a point to lightning bolt it.
Alright. That probably does it.
Yeah.
Got a Chaos
go.
Orb.
Okay.
We'll go after a spirit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Buy me a turn. I don't know what I'm gonna do that turn though. It's not looking good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 6.
All right, I'm at 2.
Okay, go ahead. 2 cards.
Alright, you got her.
Okay. Woot. But I've won game 1 of all my rounds so far, so this doesn't mean anything. Singing Tree, that's a fun one, not gonna lie. Alright, let's... Let's do that. Let's do that. Stuff and things. See what we can do with these cards here.
There's a lot of flying dudes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough.
I think. Yeah. There we go.
So you win too fast game 1. That's why you don't really know what my deck's doing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I still learn what the deck is in game number 2.
Sure.
And then I'll get mana screwed in game number 3. That's
Alright, cool. That sounds good. Alright, I like that plan.
Yeah.
That's alright.
So, this is what it is. It's all in good fun. You know, I mean, I don't play spiky decks every week. I don't, you know, I'm not hardcore cutthroat playing to win every single game. So.
Well, I'm definitely not. But yeah, I'm trying to build a good rabid wombat deck, and that's hard to do.
Okay.
And
I mean,
really have a
you put two words in that sentence that don't belong together. You said, well, 2 terms: good and rabbit wombat.
good and rabid wombat. But I don't know. I explained what I thought the deck should be to somebody, and then built completely the wrong deck. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do this again. I'm gonna have to come back with rabid wombat once again.
Rabbit wombat wants a lot of enchantments, so that means that you're playing enchantress. I mean, you in theory.
No
should play
enchantress. So every good enchantress deck doesn't include enchantress. I
Right,
know that.
exactly. I get it. I have played an
Long
enchantress
enough to learn
deck on
that
stream,
problem,
and I haven't bashed enchantress in quite some time, because of the fact that I had a viewer who submitted an enchantress deck, sent me enchantresses to play in said deck, so that because I don't own enchantresses and I don't plan on owning enchantresses, and it wasn't too bad. So I mean, I went 2-1 that week. So
I was playing Alpha 40 for a while, and I had a full enchantress deck, and I just could not make it work, man. Every month,
I mean, you're limiting yourself
go
even
back
more.
again for another
40.
meeting. Just
Speaking of Alpha 40, we're going to be bringing back Alpha 40 to the stream soon. So
oh, cool. All right.
you can put 2 on top of 3 and both on top of 1.
All right. 2 on top of 3 on top of 1. You can do 1, 2, 3, whatever.
1, 2, 3, and I'm assuming you're playing first.
I will play. Yep.
All right. Good luck, my friend.
Thanks. Let's see how we do here. This one was pretty dismal. All right. I can't play that hand. I gotta learn these things. 1 to 6.
I'll keep this one.
Bringing back the Alpha 40. All right, that's cool.
Yeah. I talked to Angelo about it. They had a change in leadership who was running the leagues, so they're going to try to get back on track to the leagues. They've changed how the leagues run now. So instead of the leagues running for the entire 30 days of the month, the leagues run for 3 weeks, and then they do a top 16 after that. So
Oh, okay.
And then
That's kinda
you know
cool.
they've got 2 weeks to finish out the top 16. 2 on top of 3 and both on top of 1. I think that's how he described it to me. So yeah, 21 days to play your league matches. There's 6 or 7 people in each pod. Top 16 cuts. The players in the top 16 have like 3 or 4 days to schedule their matches, and then the top 8 has another 3 or 4 days, and then another 3 or 4 days for the for the top 4, and then another 3 or 4 days for the finals. So should be good.
All right, cool. Yeah, I might get back. I haven't played in quite a while, actually.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
having the structure is nice. It was getting frustrating for the viewers when I was broadcasting the finals of a league, because what was happening was that there were times where 1 month's league would end before the other month's league, and then there were other times where league would take forever to end. Like, for example, I mean, the July and August leagues are still playing right now. And
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
that's ridiculous that it should take that long. Like,
Yeah,
no offense to anybody who wants to play in those leagues, but I know how Magic players are. I was a judge for a lot of years, and Magic players, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile, and if you allow them to have the extra time, they're going to take extra time. For example, like if you play in a seal deck event, you're supposed to have 30 minutes to construct a deck. If you give them 40, there's going to be players who need longer than 40. If you give them 50, there's going to be players who need longer than 50 minutes. If you give them 2 hours, there's still going to be players who need longer than that 2 hours.
Right. You just have to draw a line.
It is what it is.
I'm good.
It's
That's good to hear.
I'm a Magic player too, so I've taken advantage of some things. Okay, so you mulliganed.
Yeah.
You mulliganed.
Your
You
turn.
played an underground. All right, I'm gonna draw. I'm going to play a plateau, and I'm gonna say go. Hentrock says it's incredible to think of that many players who have alpha only decks. Well, I mean, some of the players who play Alpha 40 have had their decks for quite some time. I'm going to respond by lightning bolting you.
Yeah, that's the problem. It is a little slow to make new decks, and I'm constantly playing weird crap. So
You're all done after that?
right. Back to you. Yep.
Okay, I'll draw. I will play a Mishra's Factory. I will play a Black Lotus.
Okay.
How many cards do you have?
5.
5. Okay. I'm going to sack the Lotus for red to cast a Granite Gargoyle. And I will say go. 4 cards.
And I'll cast Weakness on the Granite Gargoyle.
Okay. We'll make him weak.
Go ahead.
So he is a 0/1 flyer. Alright. I'll play a Caracas. And then I'm going to disenchant the weakness. And I will attack you for 2. He's down to 15. 3 cards, go ahead. Weakness is a fun card. Doesn't see a lot of play. Another fun one is Immolation. Gives +2, -2.
No, Oubliette.
Oubliette. Okay. He's gone.
Also another card you play every day. Go ahead.
Yep. Untap. Draw. Attack the 2 with the factory.
13.
Put you to 13. 4 cards. Go ahead.
I'll play a Sylvan.
Sure.
Go ahead.
How many cards?
2.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack with the factory.
Let's crumble it.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead. 5 cards.
Alright, we'll play the Rabid Wombat.
It is
Go
a
ahead.
Rabid Wombat. Okay, untap. Draw. Swords of Plowshares on the Rabid Wombat. Go ahead.
Problem with the old Wombat.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy.
Rabid Wombat is a 0/1 for 4. He has Vigilance and he gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. So each creature enchantment attached to him. So, okay.
Alright,
that
put my
is-
land, order, and no cards in hand. Go ahead.
No cards in hand. Alright, untap. Draw. Mountain.
Drop a card.
Go ahead. 5 cards. And Trox says I need to get better at top decking. Yes, I do. I definitely do.
Alright, I'm gonna Demonic Tutor.
Demonic Tutor. Sure. I'm going to look at my hands. I'm going to shuffle it up a little bit. And that's going to make it better, right? That's how your hand gets better, is by shuffling the cards around.
It does make a huge difference.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Let's see. What card I want. Man. Decisions here. Alright, yeah, that's the card we get. I will attack for 2.
No blocks. Just 2.
Yeah, just 2.
I'll bolt him.
Bolt. Alright. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead. 5 cards.
Shit. Draw 3. All right, let's go out in style. Let's pay 4.
I'm going to take an extra one. Okay.
Yep.
So you put one of them back.
Yep. Put 1
Okay.
back. Get a Wombat.
Okay.
Take 1 for an unholy strength.
I will respond by
Oh, come on! You can't have that many. How can you beat that many?
Mhm.
And be 0-2. This is not your night for that. Come
No.
on.
All set?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you took a point, right? So you're at 8. Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 8, yeah. That's
Untap.
a lot for that.
Draw.
1 sticking mountain and 3 bolts in the grave.
5 cards. Go ahead.
God bless.
You know, the funny thing is, I have the factory in my hand on turn 1. So if I would have played the factory, you would have stripped the factory probably,
Yeah, probably would have. Yeah, definitely.
and you'd still be holding the crumble. And I haven't drawn an artifact since then.
The game's just really going my way. All right,
Well,
go
I
ahead.
mean, yeah, and I mean, I'd have 3 land. I'd be doing a lot. I'd be doing things a lot differently had I had that other land. So
All right, back to you.
okay, draw. Ha! Mesa Pegasus. Fear it.
Yeah. Terrified.
Go ahead.
Can't even read it.
Yeah. 1/1 flying and banding. And all kinds of awesome. 5 cards.
Take 1. The Mox. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Here's 7.
Go ahead. 6 cards.
3. Taking 1. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. City Brass. Attack for 1.
Can't believe I'm doing that. I'm gonna terror that.
Gonna terror it. Okay. He's been terrorized. I'm gonna take a point down to 19
Yeah, I knew there was something better in there.
for a Granite Gargoyle. Yep. Well, I mean, you already saw one Granite Gargoyle, right? Yeah. So. All right. Go ahead.
Keep that one.
5 cards.
2/2. We'll play the Wombat.
Wombat. All right.
Unholy
Unholy Strength
Strength.
on the Wombat. Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. All right. So he gets +2/+1 from that. So he's a 4/4. He's a 4/4 with Vigilance. Seems all right.
Yep.
Okay. Draw. Attack for 2.
5.
Put you to 5. I'll take a point down to 18 for a Jalem Tome.
Okay.
And you can go. 5 cards.
Take 1. Play unstable.
Okay, so that gives him another +5/+5, so he's a 9/9 right now. All right, this
Yeah,
is getting
attack for
scary.
9.
This is getting scary. Are you gonna attack and berserk him? Because I'm tapped out.
Now I'll attack in for 9.
I'm attacking. I'll take 9.
I have no cards in hand. I wished that would have been great.
Okay.
But no.
I'm
I don't.
at 9.
Go ahead.
Okay, untap. Draw. I'm going to activate the tome to draw and discard. Well, I don't think this Shivan's going to end up mattering. You have no cards?
None. Nope.
Good attack for 2.
That's terrifying.
Brings you to 3. I don't have a lightning bolt. I would have been thinking that long if that was the case. Okay, so go ahead. On your upkeep, he gets a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller.
But you look at your top 3.
Good time for a swords.
Alright, so he's an 8/8.
Keep 1. And then go to attacks.
I will swords him.
Of course. Alright.
So I'm at 8, but you gain 8. Puts you up to 11. So you got 2 wombats that are exiled now.
Land. Go ahead.
Alright, untap. Draw. I'm going to draw and discard. I'll discard a Dragon Whelp. I'm going to attack for 2. Put you in 9. Go ahead.
Play an emerald.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Plains. How many cards are in your hand?
Still none.
Still none. Okay. I'll attack for 2.
7.
Go ahead. 6 cards.
3. Got a weakness. For your...
Yeah, he's weak.
Okay.
But you know what he can do? He can block a wombat.
You can block a wombat for days now. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's getting serious. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, end step, I'm going to draw and discard. think I can get rid of that balance. Draw. Play a mountain. You're at 7. I'm gonna cast a Dragon Whelp.
Oh, dang. Okay. Good call.
And you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards.
One land. Go ahead.
Alright, untap. Draw. I'm going to attack with the Dragon Whelp, and I'll pump him twice.
Okay.
4.
Alright.
Brings you to 3.
Yep.
And then white. I'll take a pain down to 7 for a Thunder Spirit. And you can go.
That should do it. Let's see what we got here.
I think I can win now. I know, you could rip a balance off the top or something.
That'd been cool, but nah, none of that color. Oh, you got it, sir. Good games.
Wow.
Yeah, there's still more land. I couldn't dig into something. Oh, that's Chaos Orb. Would have been sweet. Terror.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Ooch.
Lotus. Not needed. Good games.
Yes, good games. Thank you for the games, my friend. I appreciate it. Some cool stuff going on with your deck.
This Wombat, different approach next time.
Yeah, something different. So, yeah, I was holding on to 2 moats. So, like,
oh god, yeah, that'd be good.
So, like, when I played the 3rd land, if I could have drawn that 4th land right then and there, it's like, okay, I'm gonna hold the Wombat now. But no, I couldn't. So I had to, I had to play around with that Swords of Plowshares and whatever. But it worked out for me. So it worked out for me in that one. So that's definitely good. I mean, good for me. I think I played it well. I don't think I played poorly tonight. Obviously I made that mistake. I think with the land, obviously, in hindsight, if I play the factory.
Yeah, but who can predict the one strip mine? That's
yeah. So if I play the factory, you end up stripping the factory, and then you are holding on to a crumble that is useless for a bunch of turns. But that also means that I have 3 mana earlier. I have creatures earlier, and I can put pressure on you earlier. So it could have worked out completely and totally differently had I played the factory first instead of the.
Might have sped things along a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's how hindsight works,
Yeah, I'm pretty good at hindsight. Yeah, looking back, I'm not so bad.
Twitch chat wants to know if we can show off your power. You have altered Moxen.
Oh yeah, I got the Brostered altars. Yeah, they are so cool.
Yeah.
There's the jet. Let me just pull them up real quick, and I can show this camera. I have them all somewhere, but I guess in this deck I've got 3 of them, so at least I can show these. I had him do all 5. But but this card, like, literally was ripped into pieces.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah, it was destroyed, and he actually, like, the casting cost is from an ornithopter, and repacked it and everything. It was horrendous.
Doctored it up. Oh, he's so good at that.
Yeah, he doctored it all up. This was a CE card that someone took scissors and, like, literally cut all the sides. The whole thing was about 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch shorter than a regular card.
Oh wow.
So he rebuilt the whole thing for me, which was pretty amazing.
That's ridiculous that somebody chopped it so badly.
Yeah. Oh, it was. You didn't realize it until you put it on top of another card. And it was just like every side was like they scissored all 4 sides. it was horrendous. And
that is weird.
That one I just had to do. He did a ruby for me that was sun bleached. That there was a store had it in the front of their store for 10 years as a showpiece, and it was all sun bleached and it looked so fake. And sent it to him, and he was able to say, "Yep, that's real. It's the right pattern." I'm like, "Well, then alter it." So yeah. They've turned out really well.
And, and that's what you have to do sometimes. Is you have to find a new way to bring cards to life. I'm not a huge fan of getting my cards altered. I don't begrudge anybody who does get their cards altered. And obviously, in those situations where the cards are so damaged that the only way to make them playable is to alter them, and that's pretty cool. I definitely like that.
I'm kind of with you in the same boat. I sort of like the originals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like just random weird little things, but man, when they're done really well like this, it's pretty cool. Hang on, let me see if I can find the ruby.
It's like I like the the artist proofs where I get the artist to do something on the back of the artist proofs. So that's what these are. So I would love it if I could get some of my artist proofs to get done, but it's like my Caracas is really cool, but it's blank on the back. My Mishra's Factory that I use on Tuesday nights, that's an artist proof as well. And I've got an artist proof of the Abyss and Eureka. I've got some cool things when it comes to artist proofs. There's another disenchant there. But
this is the ruby. I said I wanted to bolt the bird. We drew a little lightning bolt that's hitting the bird.
That's awesome.
It's all Celtic wood or whatever, but you can kind of tell it was like sun faded,
right?
A little bit in the center.
That is really cool.
Beautiful right there.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Fisher, yeah. I mean, those are super cool. All that stuff's amazing. Yeah, see, that's where I'm at. Like, if I'm gonna get an altar, I want it to be, really a good altar.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, these are expensive and slow to get and things like that. But that's what I like. Let me see, what was the...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then my pearl. Let me see if we can find it. Someone took a Sharpie and tried to Sharpie the edges. It's unlimited, but it looked so bad, and then he painted over all that too.
Yeah, one of the local stores had the card Recall from Legends.
Sure.
In their case, and they had it for $75 or something, like really close to that or whatever. So I looked at it, saw it in passing. It's like, okay, I'm not going to pay $75 for that. Not a big deal. I want another one, but is what it is. So then I went back and then I took a closer look, and like the coloring seemed off, and I thought it was foreign black bordered, but it turns out I'm looking at it. It's like, wait a minute, that's English. And it's like it's too dark to be Legends. It was actually Chronicles that somebody had colored. So I told them, it's like, yeah, this is Chronicles, man, my friend. It's like I pulled up on my phone what the Legends version of Recall should be, and it says sacrifice X cards from your hand, and then the Chronicles one actually says discard cards. So. So I showed him, and then he said, "Oh yeah, you can definitely see when you look close." It's like, well, I mean, if there was any doubt about the wording, then obviously there could have been, It's like, but they probably got it in a big collection, so I'm assuming they didn't price it out individually, but it does kind of
probably did. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to pick up on that stuff sometimes, but that's
all right.
Tragic.
Well, Brian, thank you for the games. I appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll see you around and
have
continue the stream. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Take care. Bye. Well, we got there in that round, so you know what? I think that that deserves a barrel roll. What do you guys say? We're going to do a barrel roll for that. We're going to take one last look at our deck for tonight. This was in the air tonight. I needed that because of all of the flyers, and it went from $75 down to $25. Yeah, absolutely. So 20 flyers in the deck, and then I wanted to play a deck that had both Lightning Bolt and Thunder Spirit in it. So this is, if I'm going to play red and white, I didn't want to play a traditional Pink Weenie deck. So this is what I put together, and I never cast a moat. I had it in my hand more than once. It was never relevant. Well, I mean, it would have been relevant probably at other points in time. If I could have cast it, but yeah, it ended up not being relevant when I did draw it. But it is what it is. You know, you never know. And I probably should have had City in a Bottle in my sideboard. That would have made some things a lot better in round number 2. I'll tell you that much. So, Armageddon, Blood Moon, 2 Disenchants, 3 Blue Elemental Blast, 2 Forks, 2 Earthquakes, another Moat, a second Spirit Link, and a Divine Offering in my sideboard. So, yeah. So, props and slops. I like running some of the cool cards that were in the deck. I think that I probably should have had a little bit more when it came to mana sources in this deck. The fact that in round number 1 I got Tunnel Vision and could have won by using my direct damage against my opponent instead of trying to kill his creature. In round number 3, that game, number 2, I could have played it differently by playing the factory first. It would have been a different game because I wouldn't have been so starved for the colors of mana. I would have been at 3 mana so much earlier, and I would have been putting some pressure on him. So, you know, yeah, it is what it is. Hindsight's 20/20. So, you know, the thing is that my mistakes are here for you guys to see. You know, and that is what happened. So, this is my regularly scheduled stream. I play 3 rounds of old school Magic every Tuesday night as part of the Northern Paladins Tuesday Night Gauntlet. So if you haven't already done so, please don't forget to follow and turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. For more information regarding Paladin Magic, the Alpha 40 League, the Tuesday Night Gauntlet that we play, head on over to northernpaladins.com. The link is in the chat. As I had said before, when I was talking with Brian, we will be bringing back Alpha 40 to the stream. So hoping to have that coming up soon. So with that, I do appreciate everybody who joined me tonight. And that is all for tonight. So I will see you next time. Take care.